the peripheral nervous system discussion here. I'm here with Goggin, Sarah, and myself, Rachel. And we're just going to be talking about new research that we found about the peripheral nervous system. So, Sarah, take us away. I think you're going to teach us a little background.
Yes, the peripheral nervous system consists of the nerves and ganglia outside of the brain and spinal cord. And so here you can see the brain and the spinal cord, and the nervous system is all the nerves that extend down your limbs and such. And the main function of the PNS is to connect the central nervous system, the CNS, to the limbs and organs, and this allows your organs, of course, to be able to communicate with your brain. And the main neurotransmitters of the peripheral nervous system are acetylcholine and noradrenaline. And these neurotransmitters are endogenous chemicals that transmit signals from a neuron to a target cell and it crosses synapse. And so here you can see some basic neurotransmitters. And something that's very unique about the peripheral nervous system is that, unlike the central nervous system, it is not protected by any bone or a blood-brain barrier or anything, and it leaves us very susceptible to toxins and mechanical injuries.
Interesting.
Yes, and because of this, researchers from the Peninsula College of Medicine and Dentistry, as well as several other universities and colleges, have tried to further the understanding of mechanisms by which the cells that insulate the nerves within the peripheral nervous system, called Schwann cells, protect and repair damage caused by trauma and disease.
Oh, very interesting. And I think, Goggin, you have something to tell us about the Schwann cells.
Yes, I do. So the glial cells, they wrap around nerve fiber and form the malign seats of the peripheral axons. And that's basically what the Schwann cell does. It also aids in faster nerve impulse along the neuron. So as you can see in the picture, and the malign seats are basically our insulation, and they help protect the neurons and nerves.
I see that. So I've done a little research myself on the cedrin protein that is involved in this research. And so what the cedrin protein is it's a master regulator of the axonal response in neurons, but it's also a negative regulator of the myelation in Schwann cells. So the lack of cedrin protein in the Schwann cells causes impaired axonal regeneration and severely increased neuronal cell death. But the protein, what it does is it goes through pathways, and an example of these various pathways is the P38 mitogen activated protein kinases. Isn't that a mouthful?
It is.
So how does this apply to the research? Well, the cedrin protein is a binding protein, which is a major element in the plasticity of the Schwann cells. And now what plasticity is it's the property of a neuron to change its internal parameters in response to its history. So basically how it can change from its experience. And this plasticity is what allows the Schwann cells to return to a repair state.
This is very interesting. So basically, what this has allowed researchers to do is it's created a major breakthrough that if they are able to make Schwann cells revert back to their immature state, they are able to simulate repair to damaged nerves and nerve endings. Sorry, so I had a little case of the sniffles there. But
Bless you, Sarah.
oh, thank you.
Okay, now what we're going to talk about is
we haven't showed them the pictures yet.
Yeah.
So this is an example of a nerve ending that needs to be repaired because obviously it's been cut, and you can see how intricate it is and how difficult it can be to repair on our own. But the Schwann cells are able to do this naturally, which is easier and sometimes superior to trying to surgically do that.
Now, the application of this research to the diseases that are out there in the world, it's most applicable to two diseases. So the first is the Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease, otherwise known as the CMT, which, funny story, when I looked this up online, I typed in CMT and it came up with all the country music television information.
Oh, that's one of my favorite channels on the telly.
Oh, yeah.
It's also a very good channel.
I love my country music.
I know.
But anyways, the Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease is the loss of sensation in the hands and feet. And what this new research has suggested is that these nerves in the hands and the feet can be repaired by the Schwann cells. And the second disease that they mentioned in the research is the diabetic neuropathy, which is various neuropathic disorders caused by diabetes. Now, these disorders affect all peripheral nerves, and this new research suggests that the repair can be done to all the affected nerves of the disorders. So, very interesting information.
It just shows how far science has really come. It's quite spectacular.
Exactly. So thanks for joining us today, folks. I'm glad that you listened in, and I hope you learned something. And this is the finish of our discussion on the peripheral nervous system and the new research that's being done out there by our wonderful scientists of the world. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.